All right, guys, we are still on side 2. The first 2 locks are actually pretty easy, and the reason I bring that up is Lock Picking Lebowski said that each side of this box is of equal difficulty, and these were so easy. It was a little combination lock here and some thumb cuffs that held these 2 hasps closed. They were so easy I did them both in the same video, so I think we can expect something special from this guy. Now, I know it looks like a master lock, but right away when you flip this thing up, you can see that the dude didn't do us any favors. This, he actually turned it upside down so that the wafers on this is a quick-set smart key. It is rekeyable, and you can rekey it when you get the key by that little slot right there. These are really nasty to pick. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn this whole box upside down to put this in a little more traditional orientation. I think we're going to be on this one for a while, because if this side is going to equal the difficulty of the side we just finished, this is going to take a while. So let me turn this thing around and let's get started. All right, Houston, we have a problem. I can tell already, and now I'm starting to understand why the dude sent me a special email about this lock, saying how proud he was of it, et cetera, et cetera. And a whole bunch of you guys did send me some emails saying you were looking forward to seeing how I opened it. And now I think I understand why. And what I noticed here, no matter how much tension I put on this tensioner, I can feel all those wafers are all still springy. Nothing is binding up at all. And I mean, I am really putting a lot of tension on that. And they are just as springy as the day they were made. So I think I know what's happening here. Let me go ahead and grab another lock, another smart key core, and I'll try to explain what I think is happening inside of here, and then we'll see what we can do about it. All right, guys, I'll tell you right up front, I think we're dealing with a new smart key core in that padlock. This is an older one, and let's very quickly go over how these work. When you have the proper key, and this one is, you slide it in there, and you can see down in there, those are the wafers. So when you slide the key in, they all align just like that. And then when you rotate it, watch this little guy right here. That's the sidebar that's embedded in the body of the lock. When you turn him, there's a groove in there that cams that little sidebar down inside of the appropriate groove in those discs that are lined up, pushes them out of the way, and then it allows you to rotate the core. Now let me give you a little bit better idea. I'm going to go ahead and pop him out of here. I'm going to put my thumb on so he doesn't pop out on us. There is the little sidebar, and you'll notice, if I can get the camera to cooperate, he's rounded. And the reason he's rounded, set him down here, is because inside of the lock, let me find him here, on this side, that's the groove that the sidebar fits inside of, and you notice he's triangular shaped. Those are angled sides. So when that rounded sidebar presses up against those angled sides, it compresses him into place, which then puts pressure, when you don't have a key, it puts pressure on those wafers that you can then detect with your pick. You can find the binding wafer and then you can pick him. All you got to do is find the right gate. And they're just, the real gates are distinctly different. It just takes a little bit of practice. What I believe we're looking at inside of this new design is, instead of having a triangular shape, that little angled cutout, I believe it's probably a square. Likewise, instead of the sidebar being round like that, it also is probably square. So it's a square inside of the square, and when you turn it, it's actually jamming the whole core into place. It doesn't angle, it doesn't cam out of that little groove, and it doesn't cam into the wafers to give you that feedback that's so necessary to be able to pick these things. So what I'm trying to tell you is, with this new design, this is a huge step forward in terms of security on Kwikset's part. This means that these are basically not pickable by the standard, by the old-fashioned techniques. So we're going to have to figure out a new way to get inside of this thing. And so give me a few minutes to work on that. What we need to do, if we apply tension to the new core, what we're going to do is cam that square sidebar in that square groove, and it will not put any pressure. We're going to bind the lock. It will never go anywhere. We're never going to get any feedback. If we simply raise all of the wafers and try to turn it. Again, it's not going to move that sidebar out of the place. It's just going to jam them up. It's not going to do us a bit of good, and those are all going to stay completely springy no matter how much torque we put on it. So I got to turn my imagination on, turn it into high gear, and come up with a new technique. All right, guys, I think this lock, a lot like the best, a lot of this is going to depend on luck, because I believe the only way you're going to get these open, you actually have to raise the wafers before you rotate the core. You have to raise the wafers so that the sidebar can pop into them before you begin rotating. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this guy. It's about as long as a normal key. I'm going to slide him in there, and what I'm going to do is just push him up and then apply tension. That didn't work. Slide him out a little bit, raise him up, try to turn it. And what I'm trying to do is basically get lucky by simulating the key. I have no idea what the bidding on this thing looks like. So I can move a little faster now. I don't have to explain everything, but what I am noticing though, let me try that one more time. Yeah. All right, more bad news. In order to begin, you actually have to have it perfectly, when you slide the key in, perfectly vertical. See, I'm putting a little tension on it, and it has to be basically uncocked in between each try. All right, let me figure something else out. This is going to take way too much time. All right, guys, here's what I've come up with. Not much, I realize that, and here's how it works. I call it my randomizer accelerator. It works kind of like a seesaw. So I got a counterbalance over here. When I push down over here, it will then automatically recock itself. So I'm hoping that this is all the magic that we need. All right, again, I'm going to get back with this guy. Slide him in. Not working as fast as I thought it would. All right, got one more secret weapon. This guy. There's got to be a better way. All right, let's try another pig. Let's try one of these guys. Oh, man. I got to rest my hand. Whew. All right, let's give it a shot. All right. What to do? What to do? Oh. Oh, man, what a beast of a lock. All right, guys, this obviously is 100% luck. Oh, my goodness. What? I really, really hate these locks now. Now that they've made this improvement, these are actually worth using. First lock I've ever found from Kwikset that I really have a lot of respect for now. They have earned it after this. All right, guys, that was lock number 8 from Lock Picking Lebowski's. I still don't believe I got that open. I don't know. I must have been working on this thing for close to 45 minutes. Anyway, guys, appreciate your time. Stay safe, stay legal, and I hope I never run into one of these again. Purely random attack. It's the only way to get into it. Thanks, guys.